it's Sleuth. Hi, all detect. How's my favorite undead feature to have a crawl of the grave doing tonight? Yeah, doing fine. Hi, Jay the boy. Two weeks ago, I was at crossing light. Hi, Loco Polo. Yeah, doing fine. Let me start my story over. 2 weeks ago, I was at a crossing light, waiting for it to turn green. It's taking a while and not boring. But in my boredom, I can't visualize what was going on with me in third person. I realized that made what was going on a lot more interesting and made me feel more in touch with the present. Yeah, I've been having a bit of trouble lately being in touch with the present, but I felt thinking about what was going on in third person helped. Yeah, on top of that, I pay attention to as much as I could. Every sight, every sound, and I also narrated what was going on in my head. Like, yeah, I'm waiting to cross, and yeah, I used to do that quite a lot when I was younger. I'd often imagine I was in a television series, writing things and just imagining it's all part of a story. So that's my advice for you if you want to make your life feel more interesting. Just think of it as a piece of art and or a story. Just think about what your life be like in third person and pay attention to as much as possible and be aware of your thoughts and think about everything going on. Anyway, on to today's game. Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. Those showing up yet? Yep. So when I last streamed, I did a shunting challenge mission, and that would be very tedious. It would be very difficult. And on top of that, there was a time limit, so I didn't pass that. I might be able to complete the mission if I had a bit more time, but no. There are lots of other shunting challenges around the island. I thought maybe I could get a bit of practice with those, but oh boy, was I wrong. There are a lot more trucks you need to sort, and on top of that, there are a lot of extra trucks that aren't required to be on the train that really makes sorting difficult. This is a cute and wholesome game. Personally, I'm looking forward to a more dark game for adults, like Lego Batman. Looking forward to the new Lego Batman 2. Anyway, so eventually I decided to just do the shunting showdown off stream, and I think I worked out a strategy. Let me show you.
Shunting Showdown. One morning, Thomas was shunting trucks in the yard when Diesel arrived.
Furious Diesel.
Oh, look, it's that little blue tank engine getting in the way. You really need to learn how to shunt trucks properly, Thomas. And I doubt you are as good at shunting as me. the best shunter on Sodor. Not only am I as good as you,
huffed Thomas.
I'm better. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Not. Am.
Just then, Emily arrived with some trucks and overheard the two engines arguing. What's going on here?
Diesel was being rude and was claiming he was the best shunter on Sodor,
said Thomas.
At least Diesel 10 isn't feeling very...
But
At least Diesel isn't feeling very 10 today.
Interrupted Diesel.
Tell you what, if you want to see who's truly the best, then perhaps we should have a competition to see which engine is the better shunter.
That sounds like a great idea. What do you think, Thomas?
Okay, Diesel, said Thomas. What are the rules?
Troublesome trucks indeed.
The first engine to get their line of trucks shunted into the correct order will be the winner.
Sounds good to me.
Let's get started.
Is everyone ready to begin? 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh! What? Something that really helps go through this fast is that you don't actually have to go out of your cab to change the points and uncouple the trucks. That someone told me about that. It's something that... Whoa, wait a moment. Speaking of changing the points... Make sure I'm not too close so I don't Let's go into... Free camera. I'd get married to a zombie. Can I immediately be a widow since my bride's already dead? Asking the real questions here. Yeah, I think I understand changing the points now. The rail that goes against this. Well, the point being, yeah, we'll go that way. Anyway. Something that makes this shotting challenge very tricky, though, is that there are 2 points there, and if you have them in opposing directions, then Thomas derails as he goes over them. Okay, wait. Think bit further. Hi, Archer Maid. No widow, the zombie is sentient. Yeah. Somebody like me is alive and fought enough. So, up over to that way. And an unintended challenge with this is that the brake van, whoa, is kind of sensitive, so if you have it, sometimes it might be overly sensitive to physics, so if you couple things to it in the wrong order, then that makes the train derail for some reason. If you're going very gently, I'll go get the brake van now and put it at the end there. Oh, wait a moment. This is only one way to find out. No thank you. No. Actually, I think... Now that I think about it, I think I should leave the brake van for last, remembering how... I'll go get it. Okay, so... I need to change... Oh no, looks fine. I flattered, but no, wait. There, I said I understood the direction the point would go in now. I can change that one. Wait, wrong way. Yeah, I think with Diesel, the game simulates the driver getting out of the cab and changing the points and uncoupling. Okay, so... Wait, okay. Reverse. Actually, see, this works just fine. I could have the whole train be in the middle track. Okay, so first, put at the end. Whoa, that was... Hey, what the? Might no couple. That's odd. No go. Hey, what the? See? You're covering... Covering cheddar only a little bit. Now it's always been. Okay, now it's coupled up. Wait. Okay, so... Showing the gameplay is a bigger priority than showing the chat. Okay, so... Now go around the front. Okay. Now this part here can be a bit tricky if they're... Those 2 points there, if they're sent opposing directions, then... Oop, almost gets derailed. Oh boy. Already getting nervous. Oh. Well, if I haven't messed it up. Okay, that's good, that's good. Ooh. Go. Wait, is it that way or? I mess this up, I have to start all over again. I should have done a test run with the points to make sure I remembered how to do it correctly. Okay. Anyway, go pick up truck number 1. From here, the camera seems to get stuck in the tree when you try and go to free cam, so here I'll get out and change the points. What? If this game has deal 10 fire bus lava everywhere, it has to be this way. It has to be this way he's playing. Okay, so reverse direction. And couple that truck. Okay, get out, change the point. Just beware, Center Armstrong bust me Melgit. Oh, I know the character, but I haven't actually played that game myself. I know the moment you're talking about, can't seen other people play it, but I don't remember the music off the top of my head. Wait. Change that up point. Now, oh, didn't get stuck here. Hey. Even by surrounding him with so much trucks, he can't no longer move. In my test run, at first I would bring this train up to the sign to bring back down on the back trucks. But the problem is, if you go up to that sign there, if you have a train of 3 or more trucks, they block the point, so you can't change it. So instead, I'll go round the back and attach it to the back of the short train there. The first half of the train there. Okay. One goes starting here, I realize I really can't recall the tune off the top of my head, sorry. Go backwards. Point should be set all right. Oh. Hang on, which way was well, if I What's that? Make me nervous. Wait, no. That's fine, right? That's fine, right? It's fine. Whew. Okay, now stop! Change direction. Yeah, see, Diesel's hardly finished yet. I'll be able to do it. Reverse. Bit more space to pull these trucks and change the points. Stop! Oh boy, that always worries me. There it goes. Hey, wait a moment. I'll have to risk going there. And I'll be safe like this. Okay, here goes. Okay, and to complete, you have to take Thomas around the front. Back off. Diesel hasn't even finished the train yet. Stop. Okay. I forgot. A tree. Wait a moment. Wait. Okay, and... Okay. So the last stretch. Mhm. Ta-da!
And the winner is Thomas. Congratulations. Hooray, we did it. See, Diesel? Steam engines are the best at shunting.
In your face, Diesel!
How did you beat me? Well done, Thomas. I suppose you won this time. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Alright, so... next scenario is Thompson Gun, which I've... the first scenario, so that means I've done all the scenarios of the base game. Right, so... time to move on to the stories from the James DLC. Starting here at Knapford. So, Leaves. Leaves them where I cause trouble for James, huh? He seems like it's adapting a classic story again. Or maybe not. It was just similar.
Leaves. One morning, two men were cleaning Gordon after he had acted rather foolishly and ended up rolling off the turntable and into a muddy ditch. "Mind my eyes," grumbled Gordon.
Have you ever seen so much mud?
Said one of the cleaners.
I don't see much mud on him.
"No, I haven't," said the other. "You ought to be ashamed, Gordon, letting yourself get so dirty." "But," thought Gordon, "I don't have time to worry about my appearance like some engines do."
Kind of out of character for Gordon, I reckon.
The hosing and scrubbing suddenly stopped. Gordon opened his eyes, but quickly closed them again when he saw who was standing in front of him. "Wake up, Gordon," said Sir Topham Hatt, "and listen to me. Given your recent behaviour, I've decided that you will pull no more coaches until you prove to me that you can be a really useful engine. Perhaps pulling trucks for a while will teach you a lesson." "Yes, sir," said Gordon quietly. So Gordon had to spend his time pulling and pushing trucks.
So do I start off as Gordon?
goods trains," he muttered. "Oh, the shame of it." And he bumped the trucks again.
Maybe not.
Cried the trucks as he shunted them around the yard. James was standing nearby watching him.
Trucks will be trucks, he said.
They won't with me, grunted Gordon. I'll teach them. They tried to push me down the hill this morning, he explained. It's slippery there, so you'll probably need help.
I don't need help on hills,
Huffed James. Gordon laughed and headed off to get ready for his next goods train. Come on, James, said his driver. It's almost time for the express. And with that, James puffed away to collect his waiting coaches.
Hey.
The guard soon blew his whistle and James puffed away.
Go ahead.
Come on, he puffed to the coaches.
Okay, I thought I'd have to collect them first. No, I start them coupled already, so... have to pick up passengers here, right? Assume they're alright on the train. I really like the look of seeing James' pistons move. That wheel arrangement, like fascinating. Christopher Audrey reckons that the appeal of steam trains over diesel electric trains is that you can see more moving parts. And hear them too. Think like Emily designed so far. Yeah.
The train was soon running nicely, and James began to feel confident.
Emily definitely...
Slippery hills indeed. I don't need help, he puffed.
Wheel... Emily is very fascinating in terms of wheel configuration, with the big wheel that the piston is connected to. She's one of the most old-fashioned steam engines. Funny, because English steam engines are designed more aesthetic than their American counterparts. Yeah, I mean no offense, but American vehicles in general, steam locomotives included, seem to be designed assuming people don't follow safety standards. Like, one distinguishing thing about American steam locomotives over English ones is cow catchers in front, which are safety measures, yet they don't appear on most English steam locomotives. And the best of James VHS as a kid. You know, I've been watching some of the old episodes, and a lot of the early seasons, there aren't a lot of episodes in the early seasons that paint James in a positive light. Usually he's often very vain and overly proud. I think possibly the most positive portrayal of him is in James and the Express. Where Gordon accidentally goes on the wrong road and James has to take the express instead. Few of the larger locals were deeply flawed. Oh, seems to be a bit of resistance going on now. Well, shouldn't go too fast on these slippery conditions. How strange seeing Emily, because in the continuity of this story, she hadn't arrived on the island yet. Whoa. Go too fast, I just said. But what? But what? I don't remember saying but to anything and not finishing it. Or maybe I did, and decided not to say it. Well, anyway, was gonna say a but then, but as I've said, the continuity with this game relative to the television series or the books is rather hazy, so best not to overthink about. Yeah, the way this story was adapted in television series, it didn't acknowledge, ow! Agent. Anyway, the way this story was adapted in the television series, it didn't come directly after, Gordon falling into a ditch. I mentioned how Gordon saying, "I don't have time to worry about my appearances," is kind of out of character for him, and the way the story was adapted in the television series, I reckon is even more out of character. Like, it's not specified why he's muddy. The implications seem to be he just never bothered to get a wash down well because he didn't really care, which I reckon is very out of character for him. Whoa! Oh, okay, go. Oh, never not care about his appearance. He is an express engine. Okay, so we stop at this station.
James soon arrived at the next station. He was feeling very pleased with himself, but he kept thinking about what Gordon had said. "I'll show Gordon who needs help on hills," he said to himself.
I didn't even get to drive there myself.
James reached the bottom of the hill. Strong winds from the sea made the hill hard to climb. Leaves fallen from the nearby trees were now covering the rails, and the recent rainfall meant that they were too heavy to be blown away by the wind.
This is a New York subway.
I'll do it, he puffed. But his wheels slipped on the leaves. I must do it, he panted.
This is Gordon's Hill, right?
But try as he might, his wheels kept on slipping, and he couldn't pull the train at all. Help! Help! Cried James. His wheels were turning forwards, but the heavy coaches pulled him backwards, and soon the whole train started slipping down the hill. James's driver applied the brakes, then going carefully reversed the train back down the hill, and they headed back to the station. When they arrived, they found Gordon waiting, who had seen everything.
I thought you said you could climb hills, he chuckled.
James didn't answer. He had no steam left to say anything.
Ah, well, we live and learn, said Gordon. Never mind, little James. I'm going to push from behind. Whistle when you're ready.
Okay, so now I play as Gordon. Yep. Okay. So first, back up. There we go. Oh, need to go all that fast, not going too far. Okay, so wait for the points to change, right? Okay. Now go forwards onto the train. Oh, gently. Whoa, a tender wobble there.
I'm ready, called James.
So am I, replied Gordon. Pull hard.
We'll do it, puffed James.
Well. Okay, so now I'm playing James again. Yet. Still focused on Gordon. Whoa, not too fast. Okay, now we can go fast. There are the leaves again. That is a lot of leaves. Those trains at the... They only clumped that one spot.
Smoke and steam towered from the snorting engines as they struggled up the hill. We can do it, puffed James.
We will do it, puffed Gordon. Finally, the two engines reached the top. We've done it! We've done it! They puffed.
Whee!
Two weary engines were puffed out, but they continued onwards to the next station.
Hey, now that we're going downhill, should probably start applying the brakes. Next station isn't too far. All these make the map look even better. Yeah. Very colourful. Hey, getting closer. Should definitely start slowing down. And okay, I can barely see the station. Hard to see through the fog. Very typical British weather. Whoa, stop.
And it wasn't long before they arrived. Thank you, Gordon, whistled James. Gordon whistled goodbye as he watched James puff away. Then slowly, he trundled back to his waiting trucks.
Okay, there. Ooh. Interesting. Are we playing through different seasons in these stories? Winter time, I guess.
Jack Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. There's a big freeze coming tonight, he said. James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the stations.
How does the spikes even happen?
Yes, sir, they said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away. You better hurry, teased Thomas, or Scary Jack Frost might get you. Who's Jack Frost? Percy said nervously. Don't be silly, sniffed James. Jack Frost is not scary. Yes, he is, teased Thomas. He's all white with a big spiky face. Rubbish, said James. James knew Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure.
That's sort of an uncanny valley thing going on. It's kind of strange. The mix of mostly realistic, yet the faces of the engines are cartoony.
Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries. Silly Percy, he thought. All steamed up over Jack Frost. The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed.
It's will this train start? Oh. Oh, this must be heavy. There. Speed limit is pretty low. Pretty sure this is the first time I've driven one of the trains at nighttime. Only the first time I've driven in winter, but nighttime. Whoop. Vickerstown, I really like the station there. It's big and open. And when it kind of starts going faster. That train at night is so cool, especially in the countryside. Yeah, I can go faster, but oh, know if I should have. Okay, now speed limit has increased. All right. Sometimes you see people's. Sometimes you see something that looks like people. Ooh. Creepy. I really like the look of snow on railway tracks. Whoa, boy. Coming to a stop soon. This will be Henry's Tunnel. Whoop. Also, Henry's Forest marked on the map. It's interesting that there are two landmarks marked as Henry's locations, yet Henry isn't a playable engine in this game. Yet, no doubt there will be DLC with him. Contrast hides the tracks very well. What about the main engines that'll be DLC? Yeah. As I've said lots of times, I hope future DLC have at least 2 engines in each pack. Stop! Oh! And go. They haven't released DLC of the Scar Live Railway. I hope the first DLC has several of the narrow gauge engines playable. The Duncan and them. Yeah. It's the one with Sir in his name is Sir Handel. Where in the cabin is calm and soothing. It's been many years since I've seen Tom's friends. Oh, not slowing down. Oh, definitely. Okay, slowing down nicely, I think. Oh, this snowy night is a little spooky. Okay.
We've reached our first stop. Let's drop off some of the coal trucks.
Hey.
That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
Whoa. Right, so Right, well, not quite. This is a pretty long mission. Careful, no skyward, you might run into Slender Train. Like a long, normal locomotive. Or about face. Could you imagine? Whoa. That was one of the concept in the books. If you mean a ghost story, yes, there's a trains on the mainland had their face removed. Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely the Bluebell engine. When most of the Bluebell locomotives are being talked about, the illustrations they don't have face, and also when Scarlo and Rheneas actually mentioned the real life engines that inspired them, the illustration of them don't have face either. There was also City of Truro that appeared on the television series. Interesting enough, in the book, oh, still sentient without face.
Here's our next station. Game so far? Let's drop off some more coal.
Thanks for the donation, Tom's Engine 1655. It's really great. It's quite detailed.
That's another delivery complete. Hopefully, all this coal is enough to keep the passengers nice and warm during this cold weather. I'm just glad that I have my firebox to keep me from getting too cold.
Really? Feels like you're driving trains. Anyway, Sea of Truro in the television series, he distinctly doesn't have a face, despite it being mentioned that he does talk to the engines. Yet, in the book, the illustration seems to make a point of illustrating the engine looking at it from behind, so you don't see if it has a face or not. And it does not only talks to Duck, but also has dialogue. It's so hard to see. Dark and foggy. Right, kind of halfway there. Not really, though. No. That's the checkpoint. Whoa! Backpacks on the main. A nice touch. Yeah, it's just so much attention to detail with the environments here. Okay, whoa, slow down. Night drive, no matter the method of transport, so relaxed to me. Unless I'm being kidnapped in the trunk of a car, of course. Whoa, stop! There. Hey.
We finally reached our last delivery, so let's drop off all the remaining trucks.
Okay. Wait. Don't say go yet.
That's all of the coal delivered. Now I can get back to my nice warm shed.
Then who's kidnapping me?
With that, James puffed back towards Tidmouth Sheds.
Oh. Hey, don't get to do that. My only thing. Now I play as Percy. So cute,
Meanwhile,
thanks.
Percy was making his last delivery. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary.
Hey, trunk. Platform 1. Are we winning duty? Well, I haven't failed any mission, so yeah.
Scotsman was also going to make an appearance in Tender Engines. I can't remember what happened to his model, but only his 2 tenders were shown in the episode.
The common urban legend is that the engine was dropped and damaged, but apparently more reliable sources say the studio just couldn't afford to build the engine portion. But lost to end up in SpongeBob. And thanks for the other super chat. Must have that Zorro sense of direction. Zorro sense direction? Oh! Took me a sense of direction when you wear a cape. However that works. Very dark here. Not even a street lights illuminating the way, illuminating the road. All we have is Percy's headlamp. Peak Wendigo environment. Not likely Wendigo's native to North America. Yeah. This is Britain, my dear. Stop! Whoa! Stop! 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 No! 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 Whoa! Too far! It is winter. The rails will be slippery. Oh, well, this is fine. Okay. Or I'd have to back up. This day and age, I'd be more surprised if they hadn't managed to introduce Wendigo to other countries. It's a very long story. Not that there's much story. Oof, I got bit by a skinwalker. Better go on holiday. Stop.
Percy soon made his last delivery. The station master was very pleased to see him.
Look, please.
Percy, he cried, we need twice as much coal to last through this freeze. Don't worry, Percy said. This is my last stop. You can have mine. My lovely warm firebox will keep me nice and cosy. So Percy's driver parked him on a siding with only a lantern for company.
Oh.
Do you think scary Jack Frost will find me? Said Percy. Jack Frost
What
is
your
not
favourite
scary,
season,
chuckled his
favourite
driver.
episode,
And don't
and
worry,
favourite character?
Emily will bring you some more coal
And
in the
what is your
morning.
less favourite season, episode, and character?
And then his driver and fireman went home to bed.
I'll answer that once
night,
this stunt.
The icy wind howled. It started to snow, and Percy's fire had almost gone out. Soon Percy's face was so cold, an icicle hung from his nose.
Percy, how does that work?
Oh, bother, stuttered Percy.
That's not how icicles work.
Didn't sound like Percy. It was so cold, he could hardly make a sound. The next morning, Emily arrived with plenty of coal for Percy. Oh my, she said. It looks like Jack Frost really got you then. Soon Percy was loaded with fresh coal, and his fire was soon burning nicely. It wasn't long before his ice mask melted away.
Oof, that happened very suddenly.
So scary Jack Frost is only frost, puffed Percy happily, and soon he was as warm as toast.
Yeah, very soon. Right, so favorite season, favorite episode, and favorite character? Well, favorite season, probably season 2. Has some great stories. Very well. Favorite character? I'd have to say Percy. He's very cute, I like. the way he looks and his personality. That field and person's leaking steam everywhere. Yeah, that could be a possibility. The steam got frozen as it was being released. Anyway, favorite episode. Hard to choose from. I said my favorite season is. Maybe my favorite episode will be the Ghost Train, whatever it was called. Anyway, as for least favorite season, episode, and character, and you please talk to me right now, my friend. I am talking. There might be a bit of delay. Oh, anyway, I don't really know if I have a least favorite season. There are many seasons that I haven't watched, at least not in their entirety. Probably any of the hit era episodes. Between when David Mitton left the show and before Jam Productions took over the CGI series. Least favorite character and episode, definitely Billy and an episode that he appeared in. Don't be silly, Billy. Yeah, if those who don't know this, let me show you him. Saved a picture of him. I mean, those buck teeth. Why? The only reason you'd design someone with a face like that is if you wanted them to look ugly. It's not just his look. The episode he appeared in, Don't Be Silly Billy, the premise of the episode is that Billy has arrived on the island of Sodor and he's doing lots of things wrong, and Thomas tells him off for it, but Billy keeps on going, Thomas, stop being bossy, yet Thomas was right all along. He's whining, yet he was in the wrong all along. I mean, what's... In the moral of the story, just do what you're told. Not very annoying. It's a very annoying character and very annoying episode. Well, anyway. Yeah, I think I'll take a break from the stories and see how I do with one of the shunting challenges. Favorite episode, James never have a race. Yeah, look at all these trucks.
Welcome to the shunting challenge. As you can see, these trucks are all out of order and need to be put back into their proper places.
You should try to get the truck shunted in as few moves as possible to increase your score.
So where Captain Edward has a race, I'm not sure if I know that episode. In season 2, there's Old Iron where Edward has to rescue James after he becomes a runaway. Driving there to stop him. I mean, that wasn't really a race, that was... Edward was trying to catch up to James, not to go further than him, but to catch up with him to save him. Now. I was thinking, would it really matter if the extra trucks were in the way? But then again, if they were in the train, that'd make the train very difficult to move around, so I might as well move them out of the way. I'll leave the front truck here for now. I remove those 2 vans there. Wait, need to change the point. Forward. Hang on, how? Oh, never mind, I was thinking, how do I get onto that line? I see now. The junction right there. Change it back. Hey, wait a moment. Oh, did they? Or did I accidentally press one of the hotkeys? Well, while I'm on here, I'll reposition myself, did someone redeem it? Not sure why I would have pressed the hotkey. When I would press it, well, I'll just go with it for now. And I should probably move to the left a little bit. Leave that longer, but somehow feels nostalgic. A little bit more left. Hey there. So wait, okay, maybe getting onto that line isn't as easy as I thought it'd be. ID Birch! Okay, I got onto that line after all. Whoop. Okay, so... couple... Right there. I see which point I'll need to change. Well, stop. Let's move these onto the siding out of the way. Wait. Okay, maybe I'm not so sure. Like there. Remember the Steel theme from debut back in season 2? Yeah. It has a bit more of a starting jingle than season 3. Do. In season 3, it doesn't have that part. Oh, dang it! Hey, maybe I wasn't. So now I go and change that point to. I go the right way. No, dang it! All these points are so confusing. Which point do I want to change? If I look on... No, it's not all that clear. Now. I will go straight. Okay, there we go. Whoa, stop! Ah! Okay, so... So what will that do? Whoa! See that? That's the sort of thing I was talking about with conflicting points. Never mind. They play James Van. Jane forms an unlikely friendship working with the Thompson trucks. Interesting.
Have you ever listened to the songs?
James
If
and
so,
the van.
which is your favorite? Mine was
It
Thomas
was a
Anthem,
frosty morning
Night
on the
Train,
island of
Don't
Sodor,
judge a book by its
and
cover.
James was
There
bringing a
once was
goods
an
train
engine
from
who
the
ran
Little
away
Western.
and really
He
useful
was
engine.
cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining. I couldn't duck or all.
Bug, I don't think so. I think that's a consequence of points conflicting, leading in different directions. Whereas, as for the songs, I've heard them. Don't listen to them all that much, but I quite like Thomas's anthem. Another good one was the Winter Song. Right?
I'll ever do this, he moaned. A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks.
Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do it? Because they're not in this game yet. If the game does do the 2-engine DLCs like I hope it will, I hope Duck and Oliver packaged together, being Great Western engines.
Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
Okay, so wait. Should I reverse that way? What? That was kind of weird. Maybe I just need to wait for the signal to change. Yeah, I thought we'd be doing an episode distinctly set in springtime to keep in theme with the different seasons. Guess this is slightly different, being a winter story in daytime. Oh. Wait a moment, just realized if I'm gonna be in the classic mode, then I'm gonna be in the same outfit that I was in before. Counterpart. I was only in my casual outfit to a test where I should place my model. Oh, okay, go. That was close. Oh. Oh no, 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 getting too close. Dang it, past it, danger.
That's all my donations. You earned a subscriber and you are the best.
Thank you so much for all your super chats. Really appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing. Let's try that again. Okay, so I just wait. Wait for Percy to pass through, if that makes sense. Okay. Wait. Oh, my goodness. Is it? Not this station, the station after the tunnel. Okay, let's go. Okay, wait, I should slow down. Eh. Wait, oh no, not here yet. Don't don't actually stop at the station. Stop just outside it. Wait for the signal be set to go. You all set? Okay. Oh, no, don't wait for danger, just shunt the trucks here. In reverse. Ew. Da-da-da-dum. Hey.
Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset,
and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox.
Bother this cold weather,
He shivered.
Right, said his fireman. I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches.
He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it. But try as he might, it would not budge.
Ooh.
What's going on back there? Asked James. I'm going to be late for my passengers.
There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last. It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us.
What? Exclaimed James. Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out?
Oh, van.
Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day.
That's the first time he was horrible.
Oh, come on, soothed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold.
Fine, groaned James.
The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
Uncoupled for most of the trucks, but... The brakes seem to have glitched again. Wait, don't want to go too fast. Go up that siding. Reverse onto the coaches. A very unusual train. One van and two coaches. Up to the coaches. Right. Hey, coupled. Right, let's go. Entirely unusual as far as season 1 is concerned. And the branch line, sometimes passenger trains would have... Whoa! One truck at the back to deliver. Bit too far, but can just back off. Okay, back up. Hey there. Okay, back up. They open the doors.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train, he was surprised to see that the passengers didn't take much notice of the band. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
Last Daisy had to pull Melvan along for patches as per season 3. Yeah. When she first arrived on the island, she refused to pull extra work. Take that. Okay, let's go. You know, I don't think I've ever been on a diesel rail car. I've been on modern electric engines. I've been on trains pulled by steam engines. I've been on trains pulled by diesel engines, but I don't think I've ever actually been ridden on a diesel rail car. Yeah, they're not too uncommon these days. They run on rural tracks where the tracks aren't electrified, although other times they're just pulled by carriages pulled by diesel engines. This thing might be the metro system in the cities. Oh. Which city? And big city or London Underground. Oh wait, a London Underground, a London Underground trains diesel, they diesel powered. I assume they were electric. If London Underground are actually diesel trains, not electric, then in that case I've been in London Underground. In that case I have been on a diesel rail car. No, diesel steam, never electric of any kind. In Australia, it's commonplace. Whoa! Ah! Oh, dang it! Australia, the common type of train in cities are electric. Oops, wrong button. In Australia, this common type of passenger train is electric, with diesel engines pulling passengers outside of the city.
James and the van. It was a frosty morning on the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining. Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do this, he moaned. A splendid engine like this
Wish you could skip.
pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks.
Skip. There's no skip.
Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
Wait. No response from Percy. Oh, yeah. I actually have stopped yet. I think that maybe for the next month or so, I had to work on like to skip cutscenes, change the interface, etc. Go live. I hope so. And yeah, they're reading feedback, so joy they'll read. Can we have a skip button? Whoa. You don't have to stop at the station, just stop when reach to a certain point so I can reverse. Whoa! Stop! Close. Oh. Thanks for the follow, Train Master. Welcome to the Zombie Horde 93. Now stop. Hey.
Soon they arrived.
This patch was taking So long for the Switch release.
Still feeling rather upset.
Him can't say
As
get
he
feedback.
stood in the yard,
Put in for a Switch release.
icy winds swirled around his smoke box. Bother this cold weather.
Yo, what's up?
he shivered.
Yeah,
Right, said his fireman. I'll
Been going
give
pretty
you
well,
a
but
couple
I
of trucks. Then
messed
we
up.
can go and fetch the
oh no,
coaches.
I messed up in 2 ways. I
He walked over to
accidentally went past where I was supposed to stop and accidentally pressed
the... It would not budge.
quit instead of load checkpoint. So here I am doing this story from the beginning.
I'm going to be late for my passengers.
Mhm.
There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last. It looks
So
like
good to
we're
see
going to have to take the van with us. What? Exclaimed James. Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out? Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day. Now come on, sniffed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold. Fine, groaned James. The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
Hey, most trucks, change direction. Forwards, forwards. Out, please. Ah, the brake got jammed. I don't know why, but listen to Morgan James' voice. Seem to be channeling the voice of Craig Charles for some reason. Who is Craig Charles? The voice of James? It's interesting hearing him reading the voices of engines because, whoa! When he was the narrator, that was when the show was only partially narrated. And the engines all had different voice actors. Ever heard of a show called Red Dwarf? Oh yeah, let me guess, was he the ship's computer? Or someone else? He was Lister. I don't really know the names all that well. Names of the characters all that well. Who is he? I'll know who he is when you describe him. Wait, oops! Ah! Didn't couple onto the coaches. Take there. Mm-hmm. Berkshire voice change. Voice mark. Giving James this game is Liverpool, aka How Late Michael Angelin's voice James the Marvel era. I don't know if it's just me, but I reckon Morgan James and Michael Ange's pretty similar voices. Same accent, at least. How about? Thanks for popping in. See you later. Hey, stop. Hey, go. Wait. Go backwards. Please stop. Okay, that. Hey, the doors.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train, he was surprised to see that the passengers didn't take much notice of the van. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
Hey, there you go. Right, be sure to brake early this time. I just realized, wondered. Mark Morgan, it is. It's Morgan's James voice, not Morgan James's voice. You get the idea. Morgan's James voice. As in Mark Morgan, the voice he did for James. Anyway. Oh! Slow down! Oh, so dark it looked like a solid wall. best slow down, yep. Brakes. Has the weather actually changed the track conditions? Affecting the acceleration, deceleration rates? Okay, slowing down. Whoa, no, not again! That was close. Wait for pasture skin. Going the blinds again, I can never get used to how low I should have my blinds so it doesn't get too bright. Wait, oh, oops, didn't unlock the doors. So it does in train sim, well, from my understanding.
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle.
Hmm?
Oh no, said James. It's Gordon. Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van? Asked Gordon. Oh, is that what passes as a special coach nowadays? Gordon puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
I mean, it's Gordon. Of course he was gonna be snobby. Sure, if you come across one of the branch line tank engines, they'll be like, oh, are you making a special delivery in addition to your passengers? Normally they go at the back. Whoa. Whoa. Not putting on the brakes. Hi, Jay the boy. Okay, maybe I put them on a bit too soon, but still, that's safe than sorry. It seems like a reasonable speed. Okay, definitely stop pulling on the brakes now. Whoa! know how you feel, James. Okay, not too bad. Oh! Okay. Open up.
James soon arrived at Wellsworth Station. As the passengers began to board, he suddenly noticed the station master talking to someone with a large wooden box. I'm sorry, but you can't bring this on the train, said the station master. There isn't enough space. You'll need to wait for the mail train later tonight.
But...
But I'm performing in an important concert, explained the passenger, and I must get myself and my piano there on time. James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. Excuse me, he called, but you could try putting your piano into my van. I'm sure it would fit, and it would mean you could get to your concert on time.
Wait, did he mention piano?
The passenger was delighted. That's a wonderful idea, James, said the passenger. What a clever engine you are. James felt rather pleased with himself. This piano is heavy, moaned the van. Why did we have to take it?
Hey, your van! Delivering things is your job.
Complaining, puffed James. All this fuss over one wooden box.
Normally you'd be more fool than that.
Piano is loaded now, so it's almost time for us to get going, said James to the passenger. So the passenger hurried quickly to their carriage, and moments later the guard blew his whistle, and James knew it was time to leave.
They had Spencer's a game. Had been trying to get to Napford Brixtown in Gone in the shortest time possible, so streamline and would make things interesting. Oh yes, imagine how fast you could go with Spencer. The station's still way away. Do kill me, so don't break quite yet. So you still might break going down, going still. Good point. Whoa, going pretty fast now. Whoa! Oh dear. Okay, could be. Oh dear. Maybe? Okay. Okay, whew, that was a close one. Going fast, but that's not even the speed limit. That's insane. Okay. Hey, that's the Topham Hat. Gotta talk to James.
At the next station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for James to arrive. He was surprised to see a goods van in front of his coaches. He was just about to ask him about it when the owner of the piano came over to see him. "This clever engine and his crew came to my rescue," he explained. "They helped me to transport my piano in time for my band's concert tonight. And James offered to help. You must be very proud of him." "Indeed I am," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "James, your quick thinking has helped a passenger in need, and you've once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine." "Thank you, sir," puffed James proudly. "Hey, what about me?" cried the van. "I had to carry the piano." Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to the van. "I hear you helped one of my passengers today," he said. "So I must thank you as well. You are a very useful van indeed, and you've even given me an idea. Perhaps we should consider adding vans to all our passenger trains in future." "I think that's a good idea, sir," said James. "Getting stuck to a goods van wasn't such a bad thing after all."
He put the back.
Anne was pleased, but a little embarrassed. He wasn't used to getting praise like this, and was looking forward to his next passenger train.
Okay. So, we'll play the next story, but before I finish up, I want to try something. This episode. Hey, explore. Let's make it December, so it's definitely winter. No. There's a little something I want to try. There's the snow. Trying to get a train to fly, I suppose, something like that, so let's see. Okay, so let's... a train. Let's see if I can make a... triple header with the 3 tender engines. Without being able to connect the engines together. So How's it work? I just... Wait, do I have to go up on the other side? Okay, well, first, just... Well, go forwards. Looks like they automatically coupled. Okay. Where's Henry or Edward? Yeah. I'll get out and spawn James. Yeah. Whoa. What's this, a train centipede? Okay. Most sense to take... Yep, they coupled up. Right, and a path to, there. Okay, let's go! Let's see how fast this goes. Whoa! Alright, it's time to... Whoa! That's... Okay, wow, that's... Real quickly. Okay, well, that will do for today. Right, I'll also do a redirect on YouTube. I redirect to, You know that you can drill, you can, alright. And as for on Twitch... How about Soma playing Undertale? Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you all later. Bye.